Alright, so I'm gonna stream audio creation. Okay. I'm using free software. It's LMMS, and I'm using my own personal MIDI controller that I own. It's a Novation Launchpad. It's the first generation. You could probably find one used. There's better stuff out there now. You could find something much cheaper and use that, or you could just use your keyboard on your computer. So like you can. I'm just using the keyboard here. Check the audio. And then that's when you hit a lot of keys. And that's me on the Launchpad. Now, when I loaded up the Launchpad on here, the configurations I had and stuff on Ableton and all that are just, completely useless here. And the configuration of the keys is completely different. So, and that's okay. I kind of like that, actually. It gives me an opportunity to relearn the instrument. It doesn't, mine's not set up like a keyboard as is. I think I should have a picture here. The Launchpad looks like that. So as you can see, it's not set up like a keyboard. Usually in Ableton it would be like going upwards like that, and then upwards like that. And the way that I have it right now is that it goes, let's see. Yeah, it goes upwards, but then it gets lower as you get to the top. So this is this. So you can see how it would be kind of confusing, but it's fun because then it allows you to hit notes that you might not hit before, try chords that you wouldn't try before. And that's just one of those things that you do as a musician, just to have fun and make fun of the instrument. Alright, so I'm going to start here. I'm going to take down the tempo to 90. I like 90. It's kind of generic, but I like 90. I don't feel I need to defend myself too much. It's just personal preference. If you want a different tempo, play at a different tempo. Yeah, so now I'm just using the kicker they have here, and I'm gonna hit play. So now one thing we'll notice here is that master is completely empty, right? So we've got an effects chain now, and not quite exactly sure how to do all of this yet, but I know that we need a few things here. This is all loaded in with the software. It was in here when I started it. Let's see, simple amplifier, simple limiter. Okay, we're gonna do RMS. Not really sure completely what the difference is. Alright, we're gonna do the other one. What's this? Yeah, I don't like that. And this is, just gonna have to experiment here. Let's try this one here. Is this the same one? Maybe it's just the simple one that's this, yeah. Yeah, I'm not digging this simple. And part of the issue here is that I'm used to Ableton. trying to give anyone a headache. I kind of wish these were sorted better. Hard limiter. Let's see what that's all about. So now we can see that it's peaking here. Not really sure how this is affecting. There we go. So what I've just done here is I've set the master to have a limiter on it, so it's not going to get any louder than that. So yeah, we don't want it to get the red. Let it stay in the yellow. But really we don't want it to. So these are the instruments that it comes with. Like when you first load up one, it already has a kicker in there, and then to make the beat, you can just hit these buttons here to turn them on and off. If you double click, then it opens up the beat thing. Okay, or the piano roll. This one is like Nintendo. I need to switch them. And it sounds bad right off the bat, this one does. It's not too hard to fix. So this one, if you change it while you're playing, doesn't have an effect. So you have to actually keep hitting the button. I'm just gonna set these all to 0. That way they're all on the same pitch. And it's a little loud, so I'm gonna turn it down. Right now I'm just kind of playing around. I don't really know exactly what I'm going for. I know that that's the BPM I want. I know that well, I don't really know that much else. I kind of wanted to play with the drums. I wanted to be like, oh, I need a snare, so I'm gonna make a snare. What's it? Well, let's see. Let's see what we can do with the samples we already have. I think I can just drag and drop. No, here it is. Alright, so I'm going to go into this folder, this folder, this folder, this folder. Let's see what we got in here. This one kind of sounded like a drum. So what I've done here is, in a previous video, I don't know if you've been following the creation of Retro Spaceball at all, I made a bunch of sound effects using this really awesome software. I can bust it out right now. BFXR. And it's free software. I found it online. I just did a quick web search, and there's a lot of good tools out there for making retro game sounds. So this is BFXR, and let's see. So that's actually the sound that I'm looking for. So I'm gonna load that sound up. And this one's cool and all. And it's cool that you can use sound effects as musical elements later. Actually, I'm gonna leave that one in there because it sounds so cool. I'll make a new one, and then I'm gonna find the shield sample. Switch the instrument. Essentially, this is like arming the track. Not as intuitive as Ableton. And essentially all this is really doing is if we were to find this one, shield, and then we take the frequency. So, of course there's no way I can just right. That's close enough. I'm gonna close out of there because I don't want to save unsaved changes. But yeah, essentially that's all it really is doing, but it's nice to have it as on an instrument. So really all I wanted was a snare, so I'm going to drag this one up by the kicker. Get rid of that. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna what that needs is it's a snare. Well, I guess it doesn't need it. A little bit of reverb. That's where we're gonna go. Let's see. Put that on effects 1. Throw in the effects chain here. It's really hard to find. So let's see here. Reverb. There we go. There we go. So the next step here, need to change the pitch of these. forget what I was playing. So these are pretty cool right out of the box, I gotta say. Be happy with these. Still learning how to use this. Make it so it's bigger. There we go. It's not gonna... Hold Shift. Control to the Control. There we go. Alright, so you have to right click to move these things. Try that again. Not what I wanted at all. Sorry about that. Ah, man. Software is not the funnest. Yeah. Just doesn't want to do what to do. Kind of like that. Z key. So its snare that was off earlier sounded decent earlier. Now it's starting to get to me. So I'm gonna figure out which one it is. Got 2, 3, 4. It's gotta be this one. It's not right. What's wrong? Ah, this one. It's emphasizing a mistake somewhere else here. Alright, so that would be the slow music. The beauty part of this BPM that I love so much is that if you do the double time at 180 BPM, it actually sounds great still if you like drum and bass and fast type tempo music. So what it generally creates, the juxtaposition there is between hip hop and drum and bass, which go great together. So I really enjoy that. Let's see what it sounds like. See? You hear the drum and bass now? It'd be a little bit quicker probably in real life. I like it at 180. See, now I would never just change the tempo like that, because then it makes this sound slow and it makes the other way sound fast. And that's just what tends to happen. So if you use other music, not the same melody, not the same rhythm, it'll work. It'll change the feeling, it'll change the vibe. Here it just leaves you wanting it to be faster. But this is a nice slow driving melody that, you know, it's got some vibe to it. I don't know, it's a little slow. So I don't know. Let me hear what it sounds like a little quicker. Yeah, I have to go with the 110 here. But that leaves the halftime literally unusable. Let's go to 220. Yeah. That would be like you're running out of time, or the level's about to explode or something. But I like 180 for that. Maybe a little bit faster. I don't know, maybe it would work at 220. Yeah, I think it would. I mean, that's really fast. But if we change that annoying part, so it didn't happen as often, it would be okay. But I'm gonna keep it at 90 for now. That's what I like to write at. That's what I like to groove at. If I'm ever just like, you know, coding, this is about the tempo that I'm coding at. In my head, I'm playing the halftime. It's hard to do when you were just listening to 120, but it'd be like dum dum ba dum dum ba da da dum ba da ba da dum ba da da ba da da ba da ba da ba ba da ba da di ba 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 da ba da ba da ba ba da ba ba, and I'm just, you know, playing around. Alright, let's see here. It's about an hour of streaming here, so that was fun. Probably use that for something or add to it, but I'm gonna grab something to eat, so gonna hit stop, maybe do another one later. I want to thank anyone that was watching. I hope that you learned something. I can show off my game a little bit, make sure that you get a chance to play it, and if you want, give me some feedback, let me know what you think. Just gonna go to itch here. Alright, search Retro Spaceball is the name of the game I'm working on. Right now it's just me alone, so as you can imagine, it's a lot of work. This is an alpha version, so it's early access. It's not finished yet. It's kind of got some bit of a ways to go here. This is actually alpha version 6.5, but I forgot to update the version number. But as it explains, there's bugs, so I'm going to hit the button for start, and this would be the first level. And essentially, this is how the game progresses, is that you've got this orb, and you're trying to get it to the top of the level. And if it goes down to the bottom, you die. It's kind of difficult right now, so if you're not really into difficult games, you might want to wait until we iron out some of the bugs and some of the kinks. But it's not impossible or by any means, and if you practice that, if you like practicing at games or something like that, then you'd probably get pretty good pretty quickly and find your way through the levels without too much difficulty. I'm not trying to make something impossible. I was just kind of experimenting with the level design here and just kind of seeing what works. Right, so you can shoot by holding down the shoot button. On the computer, it's the W button. On Android, if you want to download the Android, there's buttons for it on the device, like an on-screen left and right and shoot button. This is the second level here. No audio yet, obviously. That's what we're working on here. So let's see what that sounds like. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Yeah, this totally works. That was a good one. Shit. Go, go, go. No! Come on! This level's a little bit too difficult for being only the second level. trick is to get the power-ups. Get out of there! Now, since then, I've updated the game on Unity, so when I play the game, it's not nearly as difficult. I forget how hard this level is without the increased bounce. You like literally need to get it up there to the power. It's like, go! Also, there's like colliders, and you know, if you hit it directly in the center, it shoots it up. You know, like that one. That was a good hit. Well, I've increased the size of that collider since then. Yeah. All right. It's getting a little annoying. I can show some of my other tracks that I've been working on. Oh, that's not where they're at. That was one. That's not what I'm... I'm going to show you the third level. I hit the wrong button. There's an Easter egg. Hit it in just the right spot. Alright, level 3. I'm gonna die. Alright, yeah. You don't want to push the ball through the wall, it will break the game. This track doesn't really fit the game as much, it's just the kind of music that I've been making recently. Oh. Yes. This is what happens. You push the ball through the wall. This is what I've been working on recently. Alright, so as you can see, I've added a few mechanics here. The tiles are dynamic as far as you can, if the ball hits them, they change color, or they change the animation. These bouncer things, they bounce the ball. You cannot kill them. They're working as level obstacles at this point, moving the game along quicker. And then we've got these enemies here, which I just created the other day. They push the ball out of the way, and you can kill them from the top with the ball, or the player can shoot them easily. So that way I can make a whole bunch of them, make them spawn, make them have waypoints, animate their movements, and things of that nature. And then final song I'm going to play for you today, this one is just me remixing some jazz. So as you can see, I haven't tested this level yet. Well, not properly. Yeah, great job. Alright everybody, I hope you have a great evening, and it's 2 in the morning here actually, so enjoy your morning or whatever. Have a good one. Goodbye.